Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers. It's your brother Elahu Ramadan on the West Coast, brothers and sisters. Bring you that information that's vital to your future, brothers and sisters. And that information is speaking on that Injil study guide to bring light in under intensive darkness, brothers and sisters. When it's dark and no information, no truth is coming out to you and me, no understanding of the truth. And brothers and sisters, um, we know what has happened and we know what is happening, but it's hard for us to understand and accept the truth of what it is. All the evidence has been put before us. Prior after Elijah Muhammad 42 years and during the range of Louis Eugene Ground, modern day Farrakhan, 42 years, brothers and sisters, we had no way to we had no way to distinguish what was truth and what wasn't truth, because when Elijah was pushing the truth, he had backing behind it. He had things to back up, basically showing everybody where the money that he was collecting under the 3-year economical program, where it was going. So with Farrakhan, all we had was that charismatic voice, and it was leading us to a mystery because none of us knew where we was going. We just started hearing different things. The mosque, the temple is not a temple; it's a mosque. We're not gonna do Ramadan in December no more. We're gonna change it to other than December. Um, we're not gonna call the devils no more because he didn't say, but his dad, who raped his mother, was a white European devil, Portuguese Jew. So that made him the son of a devil, which now we know since Master Suleiman had lifted the seven seals and the revealed to us in the out of the 22 books of Revelation that devil makes demon. So we know now that Farrakhan is a demon. We know that. If we want to accept it or not, that's up to us. But now we know why he's making these different changes. Because if your daddy is a devil and you have children, you don't want your children calling their granddaddy devil granddaddy. Hey, devil granddaddy, you know, and you don't want your children to know that you are a demon. So therefore, you are making what you are from a devil seed made a demon. That means you ain't original. You just have the color of your mother. So you a black face devil under the name of a demon. So uh, we didn't know, brothers and sisters. We didn't know how to weigh the truth. We had nothing to weigh the truth from. So we knew what Elijah was doing, and we didn't know what Farrakhan was doing. We went along with it because he was sitting in Elijah's seat. We went along with it because Farrakhan was sitting in Elijah's seat. But once the messenger of the covenant revealed, after lifting those seven seals from the book of Revelation, last book in the Bible, the gospel of the Jesus He brought into existence, brothers and sisters, the other side of the cohesion. It's always two sides to a story. So that other side was to reveal the different things that Elijah said, but we didn't, he didn't give us a definition in. He said that Louis Eugene Brown, modern day Farrakhan, but would be his number one hypocrite. He told us that over and over again. Last time being after uh, um, Jabril death, he gave that speech about being a hypocrite. But anyway, brothers and sisters, we know the truth, but we don't want to accept the truth. And like I said in previous presentation, it can only be under, you either a demon and you're a demon and you're in the right place of the Nation of Islam, or the ION, the Nation of Islam turned upside down, because it used to be a saint, a Levite, a god from the tribe of the Levites, um, who was put in charge. So now it's the opposite. It's the flip side. When you say a falling away, you mean it ain't gonna be the way it was. It's gonna be other than. So the other than is the opposite of what it was. If God came and raised up Levites, put Elijah in charge and made them ministers to push the program that he put in line, the actual facts, student enrollment, and the supreme wisdom, and then the one who came after the falling away, Louis Eugene Brown, he was teaching the opposite. And he was teaching the opposite because he was born a son of a devil. So therefore, he can't do nothing but teach what he teaches. So we're not blaming him for what he's teaching. We're just letting you know. After now, we ain't broke no seal. So myself, the Injil warrior, and the warrior queens, Uh, we haven't broke any shields. We abide, we heard, and we're standing with Master Suleiman. But he didn't ask us to stand with him. He's not asking for followers of him. Only thing he is doing is giving us the revelation, which is our new mind, which is to give us a new way of thinking, a new way of calculating, because before we couldn't calculate because we didn't have the other side of the puzzle. We didn't have those that revelation from Revelations. We didn't have those seals lifted. Now we got everything. Like I was stating, the Injil study guide, the light during intensive darkness. The intensive darkness is what we didn't know. The intensive darkness is what we've been led to for the last 42 years under the opposite side. Master Fraud Muhammad been the God who came to give us the supreme wisdom, actual facts, and student enrollment. And then Louis Eugene Brown was the one for after the 42 years of the God, and Elijah, the Levites, is the opposite side, son of a devil. And then messenger of the covenant, 32 years in the making, is to come. It all got to do with the Abraham covenant, the 400 years we got here, as my sister, who has given us the understanding of false Israel on her podcast, her verbal podcast, The Warrior Queen, sharing with you about that false Israel who got our identity. But anyway, brothers and sisters, This is what we're dealing with. We've been in the last 42 years of falsehood. We've been in the last 42 years of a demon, a man of perdition, a legion. And once Master Suleiman lifted those uh, 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 seven seals off the book of Revelation, and now we've been in the last 32 years of the whole truth, holding back nothing. That revelation in the gospel of Jesus of times gone back in the that's been lifted. Jesus didn't lift them seven seals, brothers and sisters. That was done by Master Suleiman. And he gave us a lecture on what led him into doing that. It wasn't nothing that he wanted to do. Just like us, the Injil warriors and the warriors queens, brothers and sisters, we got led into. We heard the messenger of the covenant. We heard the messenger of the covenant. And then we start by hearing him, hearing his lectures, and then reading of the Injil study guide, and then reading into Revelation, and then reading into Daniel, and reading into uh, the books that he gave us. We slowly but surely is understanding our mission. And our mission is to bear witness. We ain't followers. He don't want no followers. We're just bearing witness to the truth, and we're trying to give it to you. We're trying to lead you to waralert.org so you can register and get in touch with the messenger of the covenant. And then with the information that he has given to us, you can download it. You can get the Injil study guide, download it, and start implementing into your computer. This is the new software for our computer, our mind, our hardware, our brain. The Injil study guide is the software that we need to analyze all things. The 42 years of Elijah Muhammad and that which was given to us. The 42 years of Louis Eugene Brown, the man of perdition, the legion, the one who would uh, block the messenger of the covenant, the one who would take us back into the American dream, which is a nightmare for us. We know that because we've been here 400 years under that nightmare. But them 400 years is up, brothers and sisters. The messenger of the covenant, Abraham covenant, is here for the last 32 years. We got a book. We got a new mind that we can download now. We got the flip side, the other side of the coin, where we can now calculate, um, analyze, calculate in our mind and see what's truth and what's not truth, and then move forward. We can see, as my sisters was talking about, those ones who got our identity, who've been in that position for 75 years. And ever since they've been there, they've been catching hell. When the sister, the warrior queen, Sister Fatima, was telling us about the scriptures that would say that if they were the true children of Israel, they would have peace there. But they have not had peace. And now that their time is up, Jerusalem is surrounded by armies that's against them. That's not because They said they're the children of Abraham, not the seed, the descendant. America claiming to be the spiritual descendants. But the covenant wasn't made with neither one. It was made with the seed. And the seed is the black man and the black woman in the North American wilderness. We fit the biblical scripture of the 400 years. And Master Suleiman fit the scriptures, brothers and sisters, of Malachi 3, the one who would suddenly appear at Elijah's temple as a refiner and with filler soap. The one he fit the scripture of Revelation 5 when the angel was proclaiming with a loud voice, "Who's worthy to take the book from the right hand of the one who was sitting on the throne and lift the seven seals that sealed the book, that no one for 571 years who has been in the possession of the book has not done, because it wasn't for no one to do until that time. And that time is after the Abraham covenant, after the 400 years, after our sojourning in the North American wilderness. That's the time, brothers and sisters. And he did that 32 years ago. You understand, brothers and sisters? The one who warred with the saints, the Levites under under Elijah Muhammad, when Farrakhan came in and he war with them and flipped them and got them thinking other than. Now the ministers under Farrakhan, who's supposed to be the Levites, the one who's supposed to be preaching and leading us into the hereafter, leading us into the messenger of the covenant, leading us into the book that was revealed after the Revelation, seven seals was lifted from the 22 books of Revelation, leading us to the Injil. That's no one can do it now, brothers and sisters, except the one who has done it, Master Suleiman. He's the one now who's at war with the saints, the Levites under Farrakhan, the Levites under Farrakhan, who's preaching everything other than preaching about seven states in America. When they know and got the book, The Fall of America. So if you gonna be having seven states in America, is not America gonna fall on your seven states? Is America not being judged? Gonna be judged? Is that not in the teaching of the supreme wisdom? And Christianity is a false religion that's under the that's what the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan had. That's their religion. That's not the religion of us, brothers and sisters. Never have been. Jesus never called himself a Christian. That came under the C9 conference, the conference when they came up that they would have to come up and put a name under. Jesus was a crusher of that which was in the old days. Those who were trying to push a program other than. And so, modern day Jesus, he died. Jesus of 2,000 years ago, he was fighting against those back then, brothers and sisters. He didn't die for your sin because you wasn't born. I wasn't born to 1959, and you was born when you was born. So the Jesus of 2,000 years ago, the Jesus now, Master Suleiman, and he has not died for your sin. He has revealed to us the Injil study guide, and he has revealed after we have been under the sinful ones, the devil, the one who's in charge for the last 400 years, and his demons, the one who once he went into the black woman and created a black faced devil. And the main one is the one who's sitting in Elijah's seat, who's been in that seat for 42 years and showing us the opposite side of Elijah. So, brothers and sisters, who we got today is one who's leading us out of that last 42 years of the demon, last 42 years of under the devil, last 42 years of trying to um, telling us that we're going to get reparation, telling us we're going to stay here. No, brothers and sisters, under the Injil, we got a reward. We got a birthright. We got a promised land that we will be walking into. A promised land, brothers and sisters, that we will make heaven. So I'm your brother, brothers and sisters. Register at waralert.org so you can get this book, the Injil Study Guide, and you can be brought into the time of what's going to happen, what's coming for us. A war in a city near you, brothers and sisters. A war against a people called the North American Devils, who's funding, um, as my sister stated, the false Jews being Satan. The devil is funding Satan. Talking, the devil in DC is saying that, hey, Israel got to be, don't kill so many Palestinians discriminately. But out the other side of their mouth, they're giving them the weapons to do it. Devil funding Satan. They'll be right here in a few more days when they get kicked out of the Middle East. The war in heaven. Everything has been revealed today, brothers and sisters. Master Suleiman, our modern day Jesus, is revealing everything. You can't deny it. All you got to do is register at waralert.org, go through the process, get that Injil study guide so you can start doing downloading your new mind. And then you can start analyzing everything from a different perspective and prepare to go through tribulation and then go through that Red Sea and back into that promised land. I'm your brother, Elihu Ramadan, on the West Coast, bearing witness to the truth of that Injil warrior, that warrior queen, speaking on that false Israel, those who have your identity, but it's falsely. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters.